All right, let's jump right into it. If you're looking to absolutely crush it in business development or RevOps, you are in the exact right place. In today's Explainer, we're unpacking a massive engine for B2B growth, partnership strategy, and channel sales. We're going to look at exactly how the world's fastest-growing companies scale their revenue, not just by grinding harder with their own internal teams, but by brilliantly leveraging external organizations.
So, let's start here. What happens when you literally just can't reach the entire market on your own? Because, let's be real, direct sales has limits. You can only hire so many account executives, you can only run so many ad campaigns, and send so many cold emails. Eventually, you hit a ceiling. The seed I want to plant in your mind right from the start is this. The most successful, dominant companies in the world do not grow in isolation. They build networks.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First, growing beyond direct sales. Second, mapping the partner ecosystem. Third, creating mutual value. Fourth, managing channel rules. And finally, measuring partnership success.
Starting with number 1, growing beyond direct sales.
There is a core difference between these two main revenue engines. Think of the direct sales model kind of like owning a single, highly successful storefront. You control the lighting, the way customers are greeted, the exact pricing, literally everything. You have complete control over that full customer relationship. But to reach a brand new city, well, you have to build a whole new store from scratch. Now consider channel sales. This is basically the franchise model. You sell through a third party, massively scaling your reach by tapping into their already established customer relationships, their local presence, and their trust. You trade just a little bit of control for a massive, massive amount of scale. The crucial element tying all this together is your partnership strategy. This is the structured plan a company uses to grow revenue, reach customers, and create value through external organizations. And I really want to emphasize that word, structured. A true partnership strategy is a highly measurable, operationalized revenue engine. It's not just about, random handshakes at conferences and friendly networking. It is a highly calculated business plan.
Moving right along to number 2, the partner ecosystem. I know all these different partner types can seem like a giant puzzle, so let's just break down the main players. First up, you've got your referral partners. Their main job is simply introducing potential customers. Think of an HR consultant who realizes their client needs AI training and passes that lead over to a vendor. Easy, right? Next are resellers. They actively sell your product directly to customers, kind of like a regional firm selling a SaaS product and keeping a margin. Then we have system integrators. These folks are absolutely vital in enterprise tech for implementing complex solutions. They don't just sell a tool like Salesforce, they completely configure it for the client. And finally, strategic alliances. This is a much deeper shared collaboration. Imagine a major cloud provider and a training company co-creating an entirely new certification program together. The point is, they all serve very distinct, very powerful business goals.
But listen up, because here is a massive warning from the source material. Quality over quantity. A super common, honestly fatal mistake companies make is signing up hundreds of partners and just expecting revenue to skyrocket on its own. More partners do not automatically mean more revenue. A partner is only useful if they can directly reach or heavily influence your ideal customer profile, your ICP. If they don't have access to the exact buyers you want, that partnership is essentially useless.
Which brings us to section 3, creating mutual value.
Let's pause for a second and ask a really, really critical question. Why would a partner actually want to work with us? It sounds so obvious, but it's a great pattern interrupt. Way too often, companies get entirely obsessed with what the partner can do for them, bring us leads, sell our software, that they completely forget to articulate what they are actually bringing to the table for the partner.
And that is exactly where the partner value proposition comes in. Without offering real, multifaceted value, your big partnership agreement, it's basically just going to gather dust in a drawer somewhere. You have to offer real incentives. We're talking direct financial wins like commissions, referral fees, or solid reseller margins. But it's not just money. It's about co-marketing support to boost their brand credibility. It's about giving them a better, more complete offering for their own customers, or providing really lucrative implementation and training opportunities. Bottom line, if the partner doesn't win, you don't win.
Now on to section 4, managing channel rules. Now, we absolutely have to talk about the biggest killer of partner trust out there, channel conflict. It usually looks like a super awkward, high-stakes tug-of-war over a poor customer between your internal sales team and your external partner.
Imagine a partner spends months nurturing a lead, only for your internal sales rep to just swoop in at the last minute and offer a cheaper price directly. It completely destroys trust. Without crystal clear rules of engagement, this kind of internal competition is incredibly dangerous.
So how do we fix this whole tug-of-war situation? Well, the answer is a structured deal registration process. It usually goes like this. Step 1, the partner identifies a potential customer. Step 2, before doing anything else, they submit that lead into the vendor's CRM or partner portal. Step 3, the vendor reviews and approves it, making absolutely sure no internal reps are already working that account. And step 4, the magic happens. The partner gets opportunity protection. This whole RevOps process literally eliminates channel conflict by locking in their commission and setting clear ownership right from the start.
But hey, registering the deal is really just half the battle, right? We also need partner enablement. Remember, partners simply cannot sell what they do not deeply understand. Enablement is the actual bridge between a freshly signed contract and real, tangible revenue. You've got to equip them with product training, battle cards to beat competitors, pitch decks, pricing guides, and playbooks. If you treat your partners like an extension of your very own sales team and enable them properly, they'll perform. If you don't, they won't. Simple as that.
All right, our final section, number 5, measuring partnership success.
Let's draw a really sharp contrast between the two most important metrics and RevOps attribution. First, partner-sourced revenue. This one is pretty straightforward. The partner directly originated the new opportunity. They basically brought you a lead you didn't have. But then consider partner-influenced revenue. This is when your sales team is already talking to a buyer, but a trusted partner steps into the meeting and helps validate, accelerate, or actually close that deal. Both of these are incredibly valuable. RevOps must meticulously track both direct lead generation and deal acceleration to understand the true ROI of the entire ecosystem.
And beyond just basic attribution, if you really want to treat your partnerships like a well-oiled engine, you have to be ruthless about tracking vital metrics. Notice we say active partners here, because a signature on a contract means literally nothing without activity. You need to be monitoring source pipeline, win rates, average deal sizes, and training activation rates. This data is exactly how you figure out which relationships deserve more resources to scale up and which ones you need to just gracefully cut loose.
So to wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. You already know how to sell your product, but do you know how to build an ecosystem that sells it for you? True, massive scale doesn't come from just grinding harder in direct sales. It comes from orchestrating a structured, highly incentivized network of partners who want your product in the hands of their customers just as badly as you do. I challenge you to apply this ecosystem mindset to your own company and your own career. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep building those powerful networks.